This is a clip from
Man Meat.
Check the description for the full episode.
So I met a cokehead in Jamaica, New York, and we were gonna.
Yeah,
head
this
to
is a suburb for people that don't know.
The
little suburb areas. There's a place called Jamaica.
We were waiting for some people because we were gonna go see the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Boo and I are just waiting outside the subway station in Jamaica. At one point, some dude just like comes up to me and starts like really aggressive, like so fucking aggressive, like, how big's your fucking man? How big's your man? How big's your man? How big's your man? And he keeps repeating that. And I'm just like completely fucking stun locked. Cause what the fuck? I'm just like, I was on my phone playing a like Pokemon Go or some shit. And this dude just shows up and starts antagonizing me. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know who your man is. I don't know who my man is. I'm so confused. I don't know. Like, I kept being like, I don't know. And then he's like, hey!
You should just pointed at Boo and been like, this big.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's the thing. That's what he was asking about. But he kept going, how big's your man? How big's your man? How big's your man? And like slapping my fucking, like the side of my fucking arm. And I was like, I don't know, man. And then he's like, oh, dude, I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm trying to ask how big this guy is. 6'9", 6'9"? And I'm like, yeah, 6'9". And he's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And he just like starts going fucking crazy, walking around in circles, going, no fucking way. Dude, I mean, he was coked out. Like, he was just going fucking crazy, walking around, twitching and like going like, it didn't even register at the time that he was on coke, but it was so obvious. It like,
I'm gonna see him at the reunion.
oh my fucking God, 6'9", I don't want to fuck with you up. And then he would like slap Boo on the fucking arm and he's like, yeah, man. So what are you guys doing in Jamaica? I live here. I'm brand new here. And then he just starts telling us his life story about it. His like, so my dad died a few years ago. You know how it is. And then I moved in with my cousin Vinny. And then I went off to like a dead ass cousin Vinny. And
I can't believe you actually experienced the fucking I'm new in town bit from John Mulaney.
Yeah, that's exactly
it. It actually is, because he
like that's exactly like I'm new in town, and then gives you like 3 completely unrelated stories to like give you an idea of who they are.
It's literally what happened, because he was like, my girlfriend also died. That was another big, that really bummed me out. And then this other person, he just kept listing people who died in his life. And I was like, I really felt for the guy, because I was like, oh my God, if this dude is pouring his heart out to us, something must be really he must need to talk about this stuff. And then he's like, oh, let me show you something. And then he like shows us like his leg, and it is lacerated. Like it is fucked up. It's like fucking full of scabs and like really fucked up. And I just go like, oh my God. And he just says, you know how good a guy I am? I'm a real good guy, but sometimes I can be a bit of a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my God, he just
the world quakes when a nice guy goes bad.
He just went, I could be your Angeal or your Devil to me in public. And then he says, I was at a fruit cart. I was eating fruit. And then all of a sudden, you know how I am. I'm a good guy, but I hear a girl's in trouble. I do something about it.
Some like super hot fire bars.
It actually does, dude.
I watched that.
I was at a fruit bar eating fruits, and then all of a sudden a man with his scooter parks next to the fruit bar. He points at the lady and says, hey, you fucking a bitch. Don't even try to touch my scooter. And then he takes a crowbar and then he starts wiggling around. I say, hey, you stop that. And then I go in. I beat the shit out of him. I steal his scooter. I steal his scooter while the kid's still in. I run away with the scooter. Now I got a scooter. You want a scooter? I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell you the scooter. I was like, dude, what the fuck? It felt like I got like 5 stories within like 15 minutes, because we didn't wait that long. Like Boo and I were waiting there just to like until our friend Jello got there. Then Jello got there, and then the dude kept talking to us, and it had been like 15 minutes since then, and he just went through like 5 stories. And then at one point he finishes his story, points at me like, oh, you says you guys were looking for foods. And I was like, yeah, we're looking for foods. And then he was like, Jamaica fucking sucks. Everything here fucking blows. Nothing good except smoothies. Oh, and the food here is good. Let me show you somewhere. And then he just like, come on, follow me, boys. And I was like, oh, dude, Cokehead side quest. When opportunity arises, you take the fucking side quest. You fucking go for it. I'm pretty sure that
At the very least, you're gonna get XP from this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure both Boo and Jello were like really sketched out and not wanting to do it, but I just kind of said, "Fuck it, I'm going."
Oh, the messages from Boo in the Discord sounded very concerned. Of like, we're either gonna get our like kidneys sold or find like a really cool.
That's because things got pretty sketchy pretty fast. Like we started following him, and then he was like, while we were going off, he was like, "Oh yeah, tonight, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the casino. I'm gonna drop $50,000." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy." Yeah, I'm gonna sell that scooter for $15,000. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna put roulette numbers in. Bam, bam, bam. And then he was just going off and fucking twitching. And I was like, "Oh yeah, baby." Then he just brings us really far in, and he looks completely fucking like he looks to the side, he looks to the other side, he stops and goes, "Hey, yo, wait, where the fuck am I?" And then he just like
Brain catching up.
yeah, we were like next to a fucking alley, and it was really sketchy. Like it was a really sketchy part where there were like not a lot of people. It was in an industrial park, and he was just fucking coked out and completely lost. And that's when I was like, I had to do this thing where I was like, is the bit worth it, or is it getting dangerous and weird? And I had to call it because he was fucking screaming at him to himself, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I should be with a cokehead in a dark alley.
I'm amazed you got into the alley. You got farther than I would have.
This is bit chicken.
Yeah.
How far are we willing to take this bit?
At one point, I was just like, "Oh, dude, man, I don't know." I like pretended to look at my watch, and I was like, "Oh shit, we gotta go, dude. I'm so sorry, Vinny." Wait, what was it? Was his name Vinny?
No, I thought you said it was his cousin.
No, his name was Giovanni.
Giovanni.
It was Giovanni.
yeah.
That's right, because he was.
It's a very Italian name.
Yeah, his name was Giovanni, and he kept repeating to me, "You know what rhymes with Giovanni? Jamaica. That's how you remember me, baby." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. That dude was fucked up."
What's really funny about that encounter is over where I was at the time. I was in Manhattan with some of our other friends, namely like I think it was Julian, Court, and Mickey. And Mickey's from the area. He actually lives in New York. And apparently he was like, while we were kind of like walking around in Manhattan, he was messaging his dad, and his dad found out you guys were going to go to Jamaica, because I wasn't going to go all the way to Jamaica for a movie.
Yeah, it was far for you because you were in Jersey.
Side of the city. And apparently he got a call while we were like walking around at I think we were at the Shake Shack, and he gets a call from his dad, and apparently his dad is like, "Do you think it's a really good idea to go to Jamaica this late into the evening? Like, you're gonna be there at night. Like, I don't know if that's a wise decision." Like, that was happening at the exact same time you were on this side quest.
I get it, but it was honestly not that bad. Jamaica is like, it's totally fine. Like, that was the only weird part about going to Jamaica. Like, actually, nothing else was going on. In the end, though, I told Vinny, like, "Dude, I'm so sorry. We're gonna miss our movie if we don't head out." And he was like, "Oh man, no problem. I love you guys. We'll see you around. If you're ever in Jamaica, just call me." And he didn't give us his number.
He just said, "Call me."
You just gotta
call
start
out
yelling
into
his
the
name.
world.
You gotta
Giovanni!
be like running around yelling, Giovanni, where are you?
Your cousin Vinny's in danger.
Giovanni, cousin Vinny fell down a well, Giovanni.
With that lassie technique.
In the end, he was just like, "All right, I'll see you guys around. Call me." And then he like leaves. But the way he left was so fucking funny. I don't know. He didn't just like start walking away. He like, do you guys know that picture of what's his face? The guy who sings Imagine,
John Lennon?
You know, like how he has like his legs spread out, and then he
The famous walk.
the famous John Lennon. He kind of did that, but like really fast to like towards the station, and I was like, holy fuck!
Did a
what
Moreland Argonian run.
He was like actually doing that, and then I was like, okay, let's actually head back towards society and go towards the movie theater to get food around there. And as I was saying that, I just turn around and I just hear Giovanni go, "Oh fuck!" And then he just runs towards us.
What? Why?
And then he's like, "I forgot to ask yous. Give me a number, 1 through 35." Like I had no idea what he was talking about, and I just said like, "I'm 26." And then Boo said, "I'm 26." And then Cello said his age. And we were like, and then he was like, "I didn't ask for your age, but that'll work. I'm gone."
He's asked for his numbers for the
Oh, he
casino.
needed the number for the roulette.
Yeah.
The roulette. I think that's what he asked. But when he asked us, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He just said, "Okay, good. I'm leaving now." And then he lights up a cigarette and just starts fucking running towards the station. And like 2 minutes after that, we're just like figuring out like where are we going next with Google, whatever. I turn around, I look at Giovanni from afar, and he's already after some other like some woman, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, this guy is unbelievable, dude. What a fucking creature. I think he actually did steal that scooter.
Maybe he was honoring you at the roulette wheel that night.
Because the reason, I forgot to mention, the reason why he had like a fucked up leg is that while he was running away with the scooter, he started the scooter and started running out, and then he just fell on his ass on the scooter. He just got into an accident, picked it back up, and left while he was still fucking bleeding, dude.
Jesus.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, it felt like I was on cocaine just talking to him. He was so tweaked out. It was
Leading
nuts.
you through all the alleys.
Bless up, Giovanni. I love Giovanni. I think, you know what? I don't think he's a bad guy. Sometimes he can be, but right then and there, he was an angle.
You're starting to sound like him when you're talking just there.
He was an angle.
Giovanni is a mimetic device, turning you slowly into Giovanni. You don't know, but you're going to wake up one day and you're going to say, "Hey, forget about it."
You interacted with one, and now it's spread to you.
I'm going to be honest. While he was talking, I could feel myself becoming Italian. I was like, hey, forget about it.
I should get a chain.
Yeah, I was like, I should get a gold chain.
I should buy some hair gel. I'm feeling it.
Oh, dude, he was gelled up, dude. It was gross. It looked like
I assumed that.
It looked like he was sweating like from his hair. It was so wet and oily. It was weird. But he smelled nice. He smelled like a nice perfume. What a man.
What a hero.
Maybe he won big on the roulettes that night.
This one's for you.
I mean, he said he was gonna drop $15,000. If he says something like, I don't think he was lying about that either.
I'm sure he believed he had $15,000 to drop.
No, I think he did, because he gave me the vibe of somebody whose dad was rich, because he was saying like, you know how his dad passed away? I think he was using the inheritance from his rich dad.
Oh,
you know?
okay, yeah.
That's what I think.